All right, let's see if audio's working. It looks like visuals are working. So I think we're good. Let's just wait for some people to get in here. Good morning. Good morning. Uh, Kyle, good morning. KSH, good morning. Terry Truth Seeker, what's up? What's going on? We got 15 people in here. Good morning, Matt. Got me coffee. Let's get it. Yeah. I'm not really a coffee drinker. It's not me. But yeah, totally understand. A lot of people need coffee in their system. We'll wait for some people to get in here because we got 18 people in here so far. Um, Morning, Matt. Nice pump. Eh, nice pump for a couple of things. You know, we're seeing Dogecoin that's up. We're seeing Solana that's up. Cardano that's up. Um, let's go here. Let's see. Terra Luna Classic that is up. It's up 7.4%. So we are seeing a pretty decent size pump for Terra Luna Classic. Um, but yeah, we'll get into the screen in a little bit. Just getting some people in here. Surprised to only see 23 people so far. Maybe it's because I'm a little bit earlier than what I used to be, and I'm gonna be even earlier at times. Somewhere around. I want to do six to nine or 6 to 9:30, um, and then the rest of the day would be as normal. How'd you make the decision to throw $40 on Luna when you did? When I see something drop or something fall or increase um, to a large extent, I know there's an opportunity, right? There's always an opportunity to where you're going to see the opposite happen. And most people will see it as a a falling knife, and it's okay to see it as a falling knife, but we always know that there are opportunities in things that decrease or increase rapidly, right? So when I saw that, I was just like, I have to make a choice here. I feel like $40 is a small amount to lose. I was willing to risk $300 or 300 or 500 or something, but I only had $40 in my MetaMask, so that's where I wanted to buy it because it was so simple to buy. When I ended up buying, a lot of people were denied buying it or moving into the position because of the fact that um, crypto.com was like being weird. You had, I think, Coinbase that was being weird as well. You had a lot of different platforms that was just being weird on Terra Luna Classic or Terra Luna. So I was just like, this is an opportunity. So I ended up buying into it because of that. And while other people while other people are fearful, I get greedy. That's just how it works. Guys, we have 62 people here. If you could hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. I'll put this up. Did you hit the like button yet? There's, it's all capital. I hate doing that. I always do it. Now that I write, like, anytime I type, it's always like titles. So when I type titles, I have capital letters and everything. And I capitalize every first letter of every word because for titles. And now I'm used to that. So every time I type, I'm always holding shift for the beginning of the word. So whatever. But make sure you guys hit the like button as soon as you get in here. It does help out. I'll put this poll up for maybe, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. And then I'll put some other pinned comments as well. Um, So yeah, that's how I made the decision. Ideally, when do you think Lunic will hit 10 cents? So first we have to see the 1.2% burn implemented. Once we see that burn fully implemented, then we can get an idea of exactly when we would see it at 10 cents. Right now, it's not unheard of for it to get to a $65 billion market cap, right? We know that coins can get there, tokens can get there, even without any type of large use case. So we know with popularity, this can really run. So 1 cent is not anything that I think, is out of the question. Now, when it comes to 10 cents, we need to see supply burn down because if we see 10 cents, that is a $650 billion market cap at the current supply. So we need to see that supply diminish. We need to see that supply decrease down, whether it's to 10 billion or, you know, 1 billion or 100 billion, right? Those levels, it can easily get to 10 cents. But we have to see it decrease first. So I would think that we're going to see hundreds of millions of dollars in volume once we see the burn take place, once we see the first burns go through. And, it's probably going to take to the end of the year to get, it's probably going to take to the end of the first month to get an understanding of how much we're going to be burning, the level that it will end up burning. But I feel like the volume may die down a little bit after the initial hype, which is probably the first month. So seeing maybe a billion fall down to a lower level of maybe like 500 million or something. But as prices go up, people are going to sell as well. So don't think that the price is just going to skyrocket the whole entire time. Once it hits certain levels, it will pull back. 1 cent, I'm sure will pull back. 5 cents, I'm sure will pull back. So be prepared for that. We have 92 people here, guys. Continue to hit the like button. And yeah, let's continue to go through this. We'll show the screen in a little bit. Is 50 million Luna good? Yeah, I mean, I have 36. So, well, I don't know if I have any more because I guess I got to log in because of Lunatics token. So, I don't even know my password. Oh, I got it. Nice. So, yeah, I almost have 37. I almost have 37 Lunic. And 37 million Lunic. So 50 million is definitely enough. It depends what you're looking to get out of it, but I still think that 50 million will make you at least tens of thousands of dollars, at least tens of thousands of dollars extra what you have, because I think it's worth 50 million is worth about $5,000 right now. So yeah. Morning, Matt from India. Thank you for watching earlier this morning. Yeah, kind of early. How do I choose a good validator on the Terra station? I don't understand the commission part. Current max and daily change is what it shows. So I haven't ever chosen a validator. For me, I'm probably going to end up choosing the a validator or Lunatics validator whenever they do become a validator sometime soon, if I decide to stake it. So I don't know right now because I don't use Terra Station, but I plan on using Terra Station just because of the support that Lunatics will have and what Lunic will bring to the table. So I don't know how to answer that question just because I'm not 100% familiar with Terra Station, but I will be familiar with it in the coming months. Could you see us reaching 10 cents before the year's end? I could see it. Yeah, definitely. I can see us get to those levels. It depends what the volume is. It depends how strong the 1.2% burn is. It depends when it's implemented, right? There's different variables that take place, but yes, I can definitely see us get to 10 cents before the end of the year. It's just there's still a chance that it might not, right? So it's more of like I don't know what the percentage chance, but let's just say it's a 50-50 chance, right? That it can get to 10 cents, that it can't get to 10 cents. But if you think about it, if you're like, oh, if you believe this can get to 10 cents, then the chances of it getting to 9 are a little bit better. The chances of it getting to 8 are a little bit better. 7, 5, 4, all of those levels are a little bit better. So you start understanding what your potential gain could be for the year. Do you know what I mean? Thought on Lunatic's price at the moment. I haven't checked in Lunatic's price, but let's go ahead and look at Lunatic's price. Let's bring it up on the screen. Never mind. Question answered. Well, sorry. Yeah, I sometimes answer questions while answering other people's questions. So, because I ramble on. That's me, Mr. Rambles. Um, that's not my last name or anything. But anyways, Lunatic's token is currently at 0.00009636. It's up about 3%. You're seeing the volume at 146,000. I don't think they're going to be listed as a the market coin in on the market right now because it is pre-sale right now. So Lunatic's token, I think, is at a decent point. A lot of times you're going to see consolidation. You're going to see something that settles at certain prices. And this is where we are settling right now. Can it drop lower? It can always pull back lower, but we're not seeing a crazy amount of volume flow through it. The good thing is that we are still seeing volume and we still have 5,000, almost 5,600 holders. So, you're seeing some good things. Obviously, we want to see more volume because the more volume that we see, the more of Lunatic's token that gets burned off, the more that gets added to liquidity, the more that you end up seeing in rewards, and the more that you end up burning off. So there's just so many benefits to seeing volume that I feel like we're definitely going to see massive amounts of volume, and it's going to be forever tied to Luna. And I just hope that they do that. Everything that they implement is just good things for the future that can, help them become a validator, help them maybe tie to the algorithm. That's something that I was thinking is I wanted to ask the question yesterday to the Lunatics team on the AMA, but I couldn't figure out how to get my mic to work because for some reason on this phone my mic doesn't work at all. I wanted to ask them about the repeg situation. If things get repegged, if we see a 1.2% burn, what's really the plan to not only remain relevant, but also provide some sort of an impact to improving Terra Luna Classic as well as the Lunatics position. And what I wanted to hear was that while they see it restaked, they want to be a force, a burning force. So while Terra Luna Classic is minting, Terra Lunatics token can burn. Has anybody been getting their Lunatics rewards? Haven't seen any in a few days. So I've been receiving my rewards. It's very little because we have 6,000 holders now, and you have a $145,000 in volume. So at most you're going to see, let's say it's $100,000 in volume. You'll see 10,000 that goes towards taxes, and then 2,000 of that will go towards burns. 4,000 of that will go towards reward. So that's split amongst probably, let's say, 5,000 of those 6,000 holders, because there's a 500,000 cap minimum, or a 500,000 minimum that you need to have in order to get the rewards. Matt, I asked a question yesterday. Do you think in the future I can stack my portfolio Terra Classic and Binance? You think you're going to be able to stack or stake? You can stake in Binance? Probably. I would definitely think so. It seems like Binance has a heavy amount of Terra Luna Classic, so they're going to support anything that they can support with that large bag that they do have. So yes. Can you explain the massive peak that just happened? That just happened in Terra Luna Classic? This massive jump that we're seeing here? I mean, it's probably just an influx of people. It doesn't really seem like anything, crazy. We are seeing an increase. obviously up 6% over the day. But after seeing a large decrease, you always see some form of support that it does hit, which it seems like this level is where it was, hit that support. They point 0.0000914014. And a lot of times when people see a low, they buy into it because they can see the potential of where it can go. And it broke past this high, creating a now higher high. Hopefully it creates a higher low and creates a stair step scenario, right? A stair step pattern. That's what we want to see. So there's no real rhyme or reason as to why it did increase there. Um, like nothing got released or anything. It just happened because of standard movement. People seeing an opportunity, buying into it. Yes, we are early today. Uh, I'm in this for at least 1 to 2 years. I'm not concerned about the price at the moment. I hear you. I'm right there with you. I do see things happening before the 1 year mark, um, but I'm just glad that I'm holding on to it. And I started in May, and if it finds a way to get to May again, I can realize this gain in a year. Are you surprised the watch list on CoinMarketCap hasn't really moved over the last few months for Lunic? I would have expected it to have grown. I was a little bit surprised. Well, it was over 1 million people that were watching it at one point, and then it started to decrease, and it continued to decrease. So I am a little bit surprised that it is decreasing there. And I really don't know why. I've been trying to figure out why this would decrease. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't really, well, you know what? Not 100%, not necessarily. Because I think about the amount that's held by Binance, and I'm thinking that Binance takes a large portion away. So, I don't know. The amount of watch lists, I guess that's tricky. Addresses, I expect those to increase. I expect watch lists to increase. I don't know. It's definitely a little bit surprising. But once we see a bull run, I expect the watch list to increase, the amount of holders to increase as well. If we get the supply down, we'll never go up. If we don't get the supply down, we'll never go up. I don't believe that's true. When we see a bull market, we will definitely go up. But when we get the supply down, we will go up a lot further and a lot faster. So right now we're sitting at a $1 billion market cap. At current value with no real use case, but just hype around it, I see this at a level of a $5 billion market cap. Um, you know, probably maximum, I would say, without burning anything. However, we do have burns that are taking place. It's just not massive burns. Um, but once we see the 1.2% burn implemented, I think there's a larger use case behind it, because then you can get back to where it was, where you see the algorithmic stablecoin and what they were looking to do with it, just create some security behind it. Matt, uh, for you, why USTC up more than Terra Luna Classic? So USTC, it seems like from what we've noticed from the past that USTC has kind of led the way for Terra Luna Classic to rise, even though they're not pinned together right now. It seems like every time you see any hype in Terra Luna Classic, USTC usually is leading, right? And it's not something where it's like, oh, you need to see a crazy amount of volume. Look at this. You're only seeing $19 million in volume, which is less than what you are seeing there. But you have such low supply that you're going to see movement if you see that same amount of volume that goes into it. So it's just leading the way for the overall ecosystem, I would say. Maybe you're so transparent. You're so transparent. Can you give your honest opinion on whether Luna T will fall once the burn tax will be implemented? So for Luna T, I've been struggling with that for a little bit, because you would think that they would just say, all right, well, Luna T doesn't really give you that much value, right? Um, but from what I've heard from the team, they're looking to be a part of this in a bigger way, right? They're looking to become a validator. They're looking to add staking for Luna T to maybe provide rewards in Lunic or provide burning in Lunic as well. You're also going to see maybe that connection to where this is that form of security, right? So think of this: while you have the algorithm set up to where Terra Luna Classic and USTC, right? Terra Luna Classic will mint new coins if USTC depegs from $1. Now, if they mint a hell of a lot of coins, you're going to see Lunatics token that could end up making a huge move in burning the access coins in Terra Luna Classic. So you can have that form of security to where you stack up a certain amount in a treasury, and then you're able to burn off the coins that were minted. So that could work, but we don't know exactly their plan, right? There's so many different areas that they can explore in here, but they do have to make a move as soon as the 1.2% burn is implemented, or, understanding where they will go before that gets implemented. And I think that's the conversation that you need to have, and it should be big. So are you going to stake some of your Lunic with Lunatics Validator? Yes, I can. And yes, I will. Can you give a quick review or overview of that? I'm trying to figure out who I'm staking with. So I will, yes. As soon as I get the information from them, I definitely will let you guys know what I'm doing when it comes to the Lunatics Validator. And, how I'm doing that. I'll go over the steps and everything there to show support for that and for, any type of validator that you guys want. So, yeah, big announcement for Lunatics this week. That's good to hear. I haven't seen anything, which I just haven't been active on anything in the last day. I've been focused elsewhere, even though I have been uploading. Yesterday was a good upload day. I uploaded a reaction video, which I'll upload another reaction video today. Yesterday, I also recorded reaction videos. I streamed on Twitch. If you guys want to go and follow me on Twitch, definitely go and follow me. Video was canceled. Please try. Oh, there we go. Good morning, Matt. Good morning. Good morning. What did I miss? Did I miss anything? Not really. No, he's just getting started. Yes, I'm just getting started. According to Twitter post, Queenie in the SHIB Discord moderator, about 111 trillion SHIB could be burned in a theme. So understand that math is wrong. I do believe that they can burn a lot with Shibarium, but 111 trillion is way too much. They're assuming that the volume is going to be perfect. They're assuming that 100% of the volume is going to go over to Shibarium. That's not 100% true. I just want to make sure it's realistic, because if it's burning less than 111 trillion, people are going to be like, well, what happened to the 111 trillion? You got to set expectations lower than what the total volume is. If you're looking at 1 billion in volume, that's saying that you're getting to 1 billion every single day. That's way too much. Yes, Shiba Inu can get to 1 billion. We've seen it. We've seen them at 1 billion for multiple days. But when it comes to being at 1 billion for months and months and months, that's probably not going to happen. What's the price prediction for when staking comes on the 26th? I definitely think we're going to, drop that 0 again. But we may see a price where it jumps up to 15 and then decreases, because anytime we see a larger increase, we're going to see a decrease as well. That would be somewhere around a 50% increase at that point. We might end up seeing closer to 100, but either way, if we get up to that 0.0000 or 0.0002 level, then we're going to see a decrease from there. Because I think the highest point that we've gotten to in the last month was 0.00001154. So I do expect a lot more for it to go a lot higher. That would be over a $1 billion, almost $2 billion market cap. which would be good because it would double in price. And if you're looking at, let's say, $3,000 or $4,000 right now, you would see $6,000 or $7,000 or eight. I'm ready to get 8.1 Lunic returns. Hopefully, staking rewards 8.1% Lunic rewards. Hopefully, staking rewards don't drop. They won't know anything. They won't wait. They won't know until staking begins and calibrates. You have to take account the 500 billion it gets staked or something like 2 trillion. Is USTC got to burn as well? I don't think they have to burn. No, they don't have to burn as well. You just have to support the position. So you're basically buying back the Terra Luna or Terra Classic USD. What they need to do is pay off that 10 billion because we know that as USTC hits certain prices, people are going to end up selling once they feel like they gain double their money and triple their money. And basically what you're going to gain in USTC as you're holding on to it from the beginning stages is you're going to turn that money that you have there into let's say you buy 100,000 US or Terra USD, right? Well, now you can turn that into $100,000, and I'm sure people will sell that at certain levels, maybe $20,000, maybe $30,000 or whatever. Either my internet or YouTube, because YouTube is 15 seconds behind Twitch. Yes, it's gonna be very far behind Twitch. Twitch has a normal low latency, and YouTube just freaking sucks. So I have to put a normal latency on YouTube because if I don't, it'll crash. I hold 20 million Lunic. Should I buy more Lunic right now, Matt? If you want to, I'm not going to tell you that you have to. I just know that this is not the lowest level, but it still is a level to where we know we're going to see a price increase from here. So no matter what, you're going to see higher prices than these. It just depends when you're going to see these higher prices and how high it's going to get. So we're going to see it higher than this point. When's the next Lunic burn going to happen? For lunatics, or when's the next lunatic burn going to happen? I'm not sure of that yet. I know they're trying to build up. So as you hit certain thresholds, you have to wait until you build up a certain amount. So they've already burned the largest amount, which was 500 million. And the next burn for lunatics token, you would need to see probably a little bit more. I think they still do have quite a bit in their burn wallet that they can burn, but they haven't announced when that burn will come right now. Did you end up buying ADA or Polygon? No, I didn't end up buying ADA or Polygon. I really do want to buy it, but again, we're in the same situation that we were in. I still think that 46 cents is a good price, and I still do want to buy ADA. It's just I've been taking my time making investments. I was more focused yesterday on what Ape was doing and AMC were doing. And I'm focused on it this morning as well. Ape is up 9% this morning. That's good. Not the most amazing thing, right? Because it was up a hell of a lot yesterday. So I was focused on those yesterday. How the hell you have so much ads popping up in live shows? So I shouldn't have too many ads. There was probably one ad in here so far, and I'm about to play another one at 30 minutes in, because I played one at 15 minutes and one at 30. I usually do every 30 minutes, but because I in the beginning I forgot to do exactly or one. But some people get ads, some people get more ads than others. It just happens. It depends how much you viewed on YouTube. So if you've been watching a ton of YouTube across the board, right? And you haven't gotten any ads in any of the videos that you've had, you'll get more ads on whatever video you're watching the longest. So if you're watching mine, then you'll get more ads. No matter how many ads, I could put one and you'll still end up getting like 3 ads. If it depends, that's what YouTube does. and it's a way that I get paid. So it's good. If you're seeing ads, then it helps me out. How high, in your opinion? Wait, how high can this get in your opinion, and by when? Thoughts. Thanks. How high can Terra Luna Classic get? The I would say the ultimate price, and don't look at this as what it's going to be right now. YouTube Premium does get no ads. You're right. I have YouTube Premium as well, and it supports the creator without you having to get any ads. Um, but I forget what I was talking about. How high can this get? So the ultimate price, and don't think that this is going to get to this price automatically. That it will, no matter what, be there. Um, I think a $40 price point is perfect. You know, if we see 1 billion total coins in the circulating supply and the total supply, right? Or maybe less in the circulating supply, and we're seeing maybe 1 billion in the total supply, a certain amount that's staked, so it's out of circulation. Um, if we see 1 billion total coins and we have a $40 price, it's a $40 billion market cap. I think it can solidly get back to where it was, with the algorithm in place, with security in place as well. So that's the ultimate price that I think it can get to. Now, that's like the perfect scenario. Everything burns down to the right level. We see people that make their moves, they sell, everybody gets out. Binance starts to, burn some as well. You just see all of the things that are taking place, all the things that are happening for this position in a perfect scenario. But it's not all perfect. It's not all sunshines and rainbows. So I would probably push for certain prices where I'm looking at maybe $4 or $5. Maybe they re-enable the algorithm and um, and re-peg USTC at like $5 or so, or $10. That's probably where I would look at it when they do re-peg USTC. A $10 price would be perfect. But if we're looking at the short term, I wouldn't expect. I'm seeing less keyframes per second. That's ridiculous. If we start cutting out on YouTube with normal latency, then I will be pissed. Um, but yeah, I think we need to push for lower numbers to begin with. But either way, I expect some sort of an increase. I see $1 definitely in the future. I see $2 and $3 definitely in the future. But we need to see them burn this down to 1 billion, not 10 billion. We need to make sure that that proposal goes through. And whoa, as soon as they do, let me get this out real quick. As soon as they do, like, lunatics become a validator, I think they need to put a proposal through to burn 1 billion. I know how that hurts their overall plan of burning the Lunic that's left, but I think we need to burn this down to 1 billion as soon as possible, and then see different things established within that ecosystem, and lunatics being a big part of that. um, Matt, what scares me about staking is if Lunix should go on a huge run of, say, 100%, and my coins are locked up. Now what? That's the price you pay. So if Lunic goes on a huge run, that's why you don't want to stake everything. So for me, whenever I would, like, say, stake uh, Shiba Inu, I knew it was a long-term position. I knew that I wasn't going to make any type of moves in the short term. So I'm not going to sell anything. But if I do have a plan in my exit plan where I'm like, all right, at this price, I'll sell a certain amount, they're going to resist, in a certain period of time, all the rest will be unstaked. So then let's say you have 100 million, right? And it gets to a price of 1 cent. You want to make sure you have, let's say, 10 million or 20 million out of being staked, and then the 80 million in there being staked and just sitting there, because you're going to sell a portion of what you have. And so when you sell that portion of what you have, you're also included in the burn tax as well, and you're getting your profit. Now, whether you sell 10 million or 20 million is totally on you, but you have 80 million that's left that's now staked and gaining you a little bit more. So then now when that becomes unstaked, you can now look at that and say, all right, well, I want to take out a little bit more. I want to take out 20 more million, because if that does happen, but you want to make sure you know the different levels that it will hit at that time, or it could hit at that time. So if it's going to hit 1 cent or 10 cents or a dollar, you want to make sure you have a certain amount out to sell at all the levels you want to sell at. So that's really, you need to kind of gauge your own situation to figure out how much you're going to make, how much you're going to profit, and how much you're going to stake. Thank you for that $50 super chat. I really appreciate it. I really do. It's insane that you come through and send $50 super chats, $20 super chats, $100 super chats like you did yesterday. That is phenomenal, Richard. Thank you. Good morning, Matt. What's your opinion on XRP? I think XRP is a short-term position for me. A lot of people believe that this is long-term and that it has a big use case, which I do think it has a decent use case. The thing that I would say is that anytime that I've invested into it, it's been for quick profit. You know, turning this 34 cents into a dollar very, very quickly during a bull run is something that I'm not even a bull run, just a standard Tuesday. So it all depends on what hype you see in there. But there's a lot of people that are following XRP, a lot of people that are invested into it, 1.6 million that's on watch lists. So you know that it has popularity, and popularity is what cryptocurrency is all about. So I expect a lot more out of that. I've had four ads already. That's horrible. That's YouTube for you. I've only played 2 ads. This is the second ad that I just played right now. I earn 8% APY on CoinSpot with the loan I gave on to CoinSpot of 7.1 million. That's amazing. I pay $12.50 a month. Big Richard in the house. Do we know what lock times will be for staking? I don't know that yet. I don't think anybody, I wouldn't say anybody knows it, but sure people do know it. Is USTC got wait, I read that. Might be smaller number because surely they want to burn more instead of putting $1 trillion for staking. Who are you talking about? Binance? Eventually, they will limit the staking amounts. Yeah, of course. Either it's my internet or YouTube because 15 seconds behind. YouTube has a delay, so they can take down channels if anything streamed is illegal. I mean, they automatically have a delay, but the 15-second delay is on me. It's usually a like maybe 2-second or 3-second delay. But anything that I'm streaming right now is 15 seconds. It's far behind. Thank you for subscribing, Kristen. I appreciate that. If anybody wants to follow me on Twitter, on Twitter or on Twitch, feel free to follow me. The link should be in the description. I don't know what that was. There were 2 for some reason. I get an ad every 10 minutes. See, that's horrible. There's another subscriber. Geez, so many subscribers. Thank you for subscribing, whoever's subscribing. So, Zakai, I can't see it. Zakaya? Zakaya? Thank you for subscribing. What is your prediction and thoughts on August 26th staking and September 12th dates? Thank you, Free Fire Lover, for subscribing. I'm looking forward to these dates more than Christmas and my birthday. I totally understand. I totally understand. I always look forward to Christmas because I love giving to people. But my expectation for the 26th, obviously people love staking, and I love staking as well. And I think that will be a big day just because people will be able to gain more out of what they're holding especially a position that's this popular. When it comes to the 12th, when it comes to mid September, this is the date that everybody's looking for, right? When we see how much this could burn, even at a low volume, that's what we're going to be excited about, right? So many subscribers, man. Dan, thank you for the $10 super chat. Do you think when Lunix staking is enabled, there will be a massive pump? But do you think the price will stabilize like Shiba? So the price will go from 0.00009 to 0.0002 and then down to 0.0001. So yes, anytime we see a larger pump, if it's 100% or 200% that we see this run to, which I don't know if that will be the case. I don't know if we'll see it go to that level. But if we see it go 100 to 200%, we know it's going to decrease back down. We know it's going to fall from that 200% level to that 100% level. Maybe even a little bit less, but we know that it will stabilize. And I think it will probably stabilize somewhere above 0.00015. That's where I'm looking at it. So, yes, I do think we'll see a massive pump, and I do think if we see 100 or 200%, which I don't expect anything more than that. Anything more than that, I would love to see. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't expect anything more than that. We want to see action first. People want to see action so that they can make some moves and buy more, which is crazy because people should be buying more at whatever lows they see. But people choose to buy on green days, and that's just how it goes. Thank you for that $10 super chat. I appreciate that a lot. Ape ready. Yeah, we all are. I know that's up like 10% or something. Will 66% plus validators install 22 v22 by today for staking on the 26th? I would assume so. That goes over my head, but I would assume so. When staking for Lunic re-enables on the 26th, how much Lunic do you think will it take out of circulation? I would probably gauge somewhere around 10%. Yeah, I would probably gauge somewhere around 10%. Anything more than that is a bonus. If we look at how, let's say, Shiba Inu is or any other position, you're seeing somewhere around that 5 or 10% mark at least. So that's what I would gauge. Just maybe 5 or 10%. Hopefully 20, but 5 or 10%. Especially in the beginning. And then when we start seeing pumps and pushes, a lot of people are probably skeptical to just stake everything because they think everything's going to be a short-term play, which it will be a short-term play, just short-term by the definition, the real definition of short-term, where it's less than a year. How can we bridge the Terra station? So there is a way to bridge the Terra station. That's how they do it to end up burning Terra Luna Classic for lunatics. If you're trying to get an understanding of the BNB side of Lunic, there is a way to bridge it. I just don't know the website. We would have to talk to the lunatics team. I think they actually sent me something. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Let me go to Twitter. Let me just go through my messages really quick. I think they sent me something in the beginning to where they showed how to bridge. So basically, you would bridge over, and then you would be able to do that. So let's see here. No, that's not it. Maybe that's not. I don't know. That's not it. No, that's not it. It's somewhere around here. I think he sent me it, or it was probably like Duncan Gray that sent me it. Let me see if that was it. Yeah, I don't know. But there's a way to, there we go. Terra bridge. So basically, you would take this right here and you would connect your wallet and you would bridge to Terra or from Terra or whatever you wanted to do. So that's the way that you do that. If you wanted to bridge your BNB to Terra, let me go ahead and put this in the chat. I'll put it in the YouTube chat. So there you go. All right, let's see. So we got 380 people here, guys. If you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, please do so. I'm going to end this poll right now. It's been 45 minutes in. We have 74 people, 303 votes, and we have 74% that hit the like button. So I greatly appreciate that. Matt, any thoughts on XRP? It's another ace in the hole. Ace in the hole for me. Yeah, I like XRP. Only XRP as, for me, a short-term position. Some people will look at it as more long-term. That has a lot of capabilities. And just for me personally, I've only seen short-term success in it, only because I held it only short-term. So I look for quicker moves, and that would be something that I like sort of guarantee myself a gain in. Um, when do you expect the exchanges to start burning the supply? I'm willing to wait 2 years. Is that long enough to wait for a $1 to $1.50 price point? Yeah, I definitely expect that to happen. So exchanges will probably take their time to implement that. Hopefully they do it right away. Binance will probably jump on the opportunity to do something like that. But when it comes to other exchanges like maybe crypto.com, I think they might jump on the opportunity to do something like that as well. But then you have others out there that you also have to connect to. But the major players, we got to see the major players here, where if we go to Lunic here, let's find Lunic, and we go to all the major players, we go by the amount of volume that we see here, which if we sort it by volume, it looks like the largest amount of volume is through BitHub, BitHub, whatever that is. And then Binance, obviously a large amount of volume. And you're seeing FTX, a large amount of volume, 7 million. So the largest volume comes from these right here. That's what I'm seeing. The largest dollar volume right now are coming from these areas. You know, Gate.io is not even a huge player. You're not even seeing Crypto.com as the biggest player, right? You see all of these other areas that have to implement things. And where's MEXC? MEXC is $760,000. So obviously there's a lot of players here that you have to see them implement the 1.2% burn as well as on chain. So it may take a little bit of time, but I do think that it's a good time frame. I think it will be implemented before the 1 year mark, but it just depends how much of an impact the 1.2% burn will have on the whole entire thing. So, guys, if you want to, so let me go to my channel really quick, because I'm dropping I think I'm dropping another golf video today. If you guys want to watch or just subscribe and be a part of it, please subscribe to my golf channel. Put that in there. If you guys are interested in golf, if you're not interested in golf or interested in seeing another side of me, then you don't have to. But feel free to go and check it out. I love playing the game, even though I suck. But I will get better, and I will take more time playing the game, playing the sport. Because I love it. I do love it a lot. Let me pin this message. BlackRock owns trillions of Lunic. How do they own trillions of Lunic? How many trillions? Do you think Lunatics token could buy Luna Classic from Coinin? That way it will burn 1.2% when they buy our rewards and give us. So I don't know what their plan is, but either way, they're looking to buy it. So they have to convert it over. So when they swap it, when they do any type of transfer, you're going to see 1.2% that goes through. So no matter what, you're going to see a 1.2% burn plus whatever burn they do have on top of it. So not only are you going to see the dollar figure, a 1.2% of that burn, you're also going to see the total dollar figure burn as well. So it's not any different. To where you have the 1.2% burn because they're looking to burn off the total amount that they have there. So if 1.2% is being taxed to burn, that's normal, right? Because they were going to burn off 100%, but now they're burning off 98%, right? What is it? Yeah, 98.8%. And then they're going to burn off the other 1.2% in the tax. So no matter what, the total amount is burning. That's how you can look at it. Can you please demonstrate how to buy Lunic on Coinin? I don't have Coinin, but they have a demonstration. If you go to Coinin, their Twitter, you can look through that. But I don't have access to buying it there. And right now it's just pre-sale, so you would have to go through the pre-sale method as well. I just jumped in. Are you one of my wait? You're one of my most trusted guys in that business. What do you personally think about BitGirt? I've looked into BitGirt a couple of times. A lot of people have asked me about it, and I can't remember what I said because it's definitely something that has some popularity, right? 3.2 million, you're seeing it up 23% in volume, up 5.6%, on the day. I just think that it's starting to get ridiculous with the amount of supplies that are out there. I really want to limit myself from the amount of things that have, trillions or hundreds of billions of supply. I tend to get into a lot of things that have less supply rather than things that have more supply. So that's the reason why I am not in this. I see that it has some popularity. I see that people do ask me about it quite frequently. And you can see that it has a decent amount of people watching it, a decent amount of holders as well, 161,000 holders. Nothing that really is a huge red flag for this position. It's just something where I'm just tired of all these positions that have trillions, as a quadrillion total tokens, and I'm tired of all these positions that have trillions of tokens and looking to burn off the supply. I just want to stick with a couple of them and see the support. Now, if we do see massive levels of support with something, a huge opportunity, yes, I will get into it. But right now, it's not something that's on my list at all. But either way, right, it does show some opportunity, right? We've seen things in the past, right? We've seen different levels that it has hit 0.000016. So we've seen higher levels that it has been at, but at the current rate, I just don't want to have any more, trillions of supply or billions of supply. It's tough to follow with all those zeros. I'd rather see actual pennies or dollars or anything like that. Somebody just sent another super chat. We would make a Netflix series on Lunic Rebirth. We could use the revenue to burn the supply. Yeah, that's that's not a bad idea. Or we should make a Netflix series on Lunic Rebirth. I'm sure they're gonna make some sort of story about Lunic, and I hope that I'm included in it because I'm hoping that I can turn this $40 into millions of dollars. And, me being the first person that saw an opportunity in this rather than a falling knife, I feel like I have to be included in that. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. And just to let you guys know, 5 minutes, I'm going to play another ad. I'll let you guys know when I'm going to play another ad. It should be every 30 minutes or so, 20 minutes or so, something like that. But I'll let you know when I'm gonna play another ad. It's usually like round numbers when it comes to the time. It's freaking amazing. Uh, Amazing everyone that Matt is here for us every morning. Hit the like button, send a little love. His equipment alone is expensive. It's a little expensive, and all his time to care about you and answer questions. Thank you for saying that, Richard. I appreciate that. Equipment is expensive. Um, I have two cameras, which my old camera, I love that camera. I use it for photos now. But this like camcorder that I have now, that's 4K, that I use for um, golf and for here. I do want to have a separate camera. I want to have two different cameras that I always have set up here, and then I always, use for other places, whether it's in the garage or whether it's, out. I put it out at golf courses or whatever, right? But this one was like $1,400. Definitely a little bit on the expensive side for not like crazy expensive, because there are cameras that are super expensive, but yeah, a lot of expensive equipment. I want to buy a drone. I have a drone, but I want to buy a 4K video drone. This is a 4K picture drone, so the video kind of lacks a little bit, but it is pretty good. A drone, I like it. The way that it flies is definitely more silent, which is cool. It's still loud because it's a drone, but it's more silent. Let's see. Do you think we will get the 66% upgrade mark reached for Lunic validators? I would hope so. Where are we at right now? What percentage are we? I haven't looked into all of that. I'll have to jump into a new token for it's called Skylabs. If you can do your research and get it, fucking thank me later. Interesting. We'll have to do something there. Where is this pre-sale at? And do they have like a Twitter created? Do they have all that stuff? Thanks for letting me know your opinion. Honestly, thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. No problem, guys. No problem. Orion Orion Money hasn't updated yet. If they refuse to upgrade, they're going to get jailed from the network. Will this be bad, or can we replace them? Um, that's a good question. I don't know how to answer that. I'm pretty sure that the reason that they are as strong as they are is because of the people that are staked with them. So I'm sure people will see that and go, you know what, I can't. And they do a lot based on like votes. I'm pretty sure. Like they actually take their time and they they vote to make sure that they're going the right direction within Orion Money. From what I understand, I believe that's the case how it was for the 1.2% burn tax proposal. So it's 55%. How much is Orion Money? Last I saw it was 54%. Some big players holding out. Are they holding out, or do you see votes that are going through maybe their personal connections? Have anybody tried to like connect with them and get reasons as to why they may be holding out? Why hasn't CoinMarketCap updated Luna T to reflect the burns they've done? They just don't. I mean, they haven't reflected the burns that Luna T done, the burns that Luna has or Luna Classic has done, because we burned over 3 billion, but we haven't seen the total supply decrease. Same thing with Shiba Inu. They haven't updated that at all. They just don't update well, I guess, with the supply unless it's a massive change. So if we see 100 billion turn into 50 billion, then that's going to be a massive change that they end up reflecting there. Same thing for Shiba Inu. If we see 100 trillion burn off, they're gonna change that. but we're burning off billions, so maybe they're not changing it. They're waiting for larger things to happen. Um, it shows in Dex tools. Well, that's good. It shows in Dex tools. Your circulating supply is 53.24 billion Luna T total. Total supply is 88.63 billion Luna T. How many coins we need to become a validator? These are all good questions that I don't know the answer to. Um, I'm sure you need a certain amount of people supporting that. It's not about just amount of coins, maybe amount of. Uh, I think I might be speaking out the side of my teeth here. Matt, keep up the good work. What's the significance of this Friday and the staking Luna? Will we see a big pump, or do you think? Yeah, so we definitely will see a pump as long as things do go the right direction, right? So I think we will see Luna push up. Now, do we expect like 500% or 1,000%? No, I would expect anywhere from probably. We've seen different pushes go in the range of 30% to 40%, but I'm pushing for obviously upwards of 100%. And hopefully we can find a way to push further than that. But anywhere from 30% of a pump all the way up to a level of maybe 200%. That's where I would look for that range. But I expect a pump. If we don't see one, then, you know, it, that's not good. Um, and I mean, it all depends where things go, right? It all depends how if the staking actually gets implemented, if everything gets upgraded. Do you think most people will sell once Luna approaches the drop 1-0 mark? Um, then only long-term holders will stay. I hope staking percentages is good. Yeah, so I hope staking percentage is good as well because I do plan on staking there. But um, what what people will sell, we have to start looking into like where people maybe bought. And I definitely think that when we approach one drop zero, so like if we go to, I don't know, I'm still in Bitcoin. If we approach one drop zero, I don't think that's a level where people are like, hey, I need to sell there. I mean, that's only a very small increase at this point. However, if we see this get to a level where it's not only 0.0001 but 0.00015 or 2 or maybe even 3, that's where people are like, okay, this is pretty interesting, and we've seen this at higher rates. I want to say let's go for the last 3 months. We've seen this at higher levels. Currently we're down here. We've seen this up, in the twos or in the .1 .0000019. If we go back about a year, let's show this. We were at .00045 after being down at some of those lows. So being up so high, we can definitely see it get back to those levels. It's not something that's uncharted waters. Let's go here and let's just zoom in here, and you're going to see a $1 billion market cap at this high level, right? $1 billion market cap at 0.0004. That's the market cap, and there's the price. I can't stay where I am. I wish I could stay exactly where I am and it didn't update. But yeah, at 0.0004, you had a $1 billion market cap. 1 point something billion-dollar market cap. Are you planning on moving Luna to Terra Station? Yes, moving some Luna to Terra Station. I'm not going to move all of it. Um, is the staking going to be all exchanges? I missed that info. It should be all exchanges. Yes, they just have to, um, you know, change that. So it should be all exchanges that want to participate in it, which should be everybody. Do I need to move Lunic off of KuCoin? I know there's a Terra station, but I've never used it. So if you want to, if you're going to stake, then yes, you have to move it, and you'll be able to bridge it, right? Because bridging it is the idea. Now I don't know how you would do that with KuCoin. I think you would have to go to MetaMask or connecting a wallet somehow in order to, bridge what you want to bridge, right? So it's not possible for Lunic to reach $1 without most people selling. This is required for the 1.2% burn to work since transactions have to happen. Yes, 100%. Transactions are, there's going to be people and larger holders that sell before we even get to the point of thinking about selling, right? Um, I guess some people will probably sell at those same spots as well. But if you look at a level to where it's like, all right, this gets to 0.001, right? 10% of a penny. Well, that's a not a crazy low market cap, but it is a crazy high market cap or crazy low market cap, but it is a decent sized market cap, right? You'll see it, in the billions at current supply. But as it does burn, you're going to see people that sell at those points, right? Because right now, if this went to 0.0002, it would be 100% increase. So somebody that's holding $1 million just turned a million into two. So they're either going to sell and take out the million that they put in, or they're going to sell and gain profit and keep like maybe $500,000 into Terra Luna Classic, or they could end up taking out all of it and just selling it all completely, which they would profit another 1 million. So people that buy more will sell quicker. People that buy less will take a longer time to sell. An example, it would be me. I bought $40 worth. I already took my my initial investment plus profit. I am going to take a long time to sell all of my position. But people that put in millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars are going to sell a lot quicker, which will factor into the burn tax in a big way. Binance stakes their trillions. If Binance stakes their trillions, the price will go ballistic. Absolutely. Um, but I don't think they'll stake everything. Does bridging change your price point? Does bridging change your price point? You're probably gonna have to pay some fees going through all of the different steps. So yes. Price predictions for Luna C by January 1st, 2023. You meant to rhyme? Price predictions for Luna C for January 1st, 2023. Um, my price prediction, if we can see staking fully implemented, 1.2% burn fully implemented for January 2023. And it also depends throughout the process of that 1.2% burn happening that we could hit a proposal or give a proposal for for it to hit 1 billion. But if we don't do that, let's say that that's not there for it to go down to 1 billion instead of 10 billion. I fully expect a price of 10 cents. And the reason why I would expect a price of 10 cents around the beginning of the year, if everything is fully implemented and it's a perfect scenario, because a $10 billion price with a $1 billion market cap, probably two, but let's say $1 billion would be 10 cents, or $10 billion, not price, $10 billion supply for with a $1 billion market cap would be a 10-cent price. Now it could be more. We could see it at a higher point. We could see it at a little bit of a lower point, but anywhere in between that 1 cent to 10-cent mark, that's where I'm expecting it to be. I'm planning to sell 90 to 95% of my Lunic at 10 cents. And we'll let a few million ride long term to see if we can reach a dollar or more. So yeah, I expect to sell. I can't remember exactly what my plan was, but I do expect to sell a decent amount at like 5 cents and 10 cents, but it's not going to be 95% of my portfolio. Um, I will probably sell at that point somewhere around 30% of my portfolio. And then as it gets to 25 cents, that's where I kind of will draw the line, because I do believe that this can get to a $2.5 billion market cap, or a $2.5 billion market cap, or even a $5 billion market cap at the current levels, with all of the hype and popularity behind it. So anywhere between 25 and 50 cents is the peak point for the current level, and where we are getting the supply to, for me. Um, so I most likely will sell a bigger portion, somewhere around 60 or 70% by 25 cents, and then the rest of it will run on. So I'm gonna be very hard. It's gonna be very hard not to sell when the price starts exploding. If I manage to hold up to $1 without selling, I'm a superhuman. I hear you. I totally hear you. It's gonna be tough. People think that it's gonna be easy, where they're like, I have diamond hands, I'm gonna hold for the rest of my life. I don't expect that. I don't expect that, and I don't want you to, because I understand how people want to be greedy and gain $100 million, or gain $200 million, or gain $1 billion. It's not always possible for you to play it out in every scenario the same way, right? For every scenario to be like, the Dogecoin millionaire, where he's holding out for something a lot bigger. Take some profit. It helps out your situation. If it's something that's life changing money, if, like they say, if it's what did they say? If it's good enough to screenshot, it's good enough to sell, right? So you don't have to sell all of it, but sell a portion, and definitely take some of that, because I probably don't screenshot anything unless I've gained maybe $40,000 or so, $50,000. I do have to screenshot if I'm doing day trading. So like if I make $40 in a day or $100 in a day, I want to make sure I screenshot that and show it to the Discord group if I am day trading that day. But I don't, like, obviously I get excited with a $10,000 gain, or I get excited with a $15,000 gain, or anything like that. Um, but I think there's always levels to where you can sell, and you should sell. So find those levels, sell some portions, and accept the fact that you have the gain, even if it does increase. Even if you have to plan that it's going to increase, right? So if you plan that it's going to increase, you're taking a little bit of profit, accepting the fact that you've gained a decent amount, $100,000. Let's say it gets up to 1 million, and you accept 10% of that. $100,000 is huge. You can do so much with $50,000. And the reason why I say $50,000 is because, taxes. And if you're in different parts of the world, you might pay less taxes. But, you um, expect a very generous super chat in the next year or so from me, Matt. Well, I I would appreciate that. I can't wait to see what everybody's portfolios look like. So when that does happen, and you end up making a lot of these moves based on maybe an exit strategy spreadsheet, I want to see what your profit ends up being. Feel free to screenshot me and let me know what your profit was, where you sold at, where you see the highs going, all of that stuff. Can someone in the comments explain how to cash out Lunati on Trust Wallet, since Matt skipped over my question? Hmm. Not skipping over this one. The way that the way that you do it, cash out, you're going to have to send it to a stable coin. Send it to a stable coin that you can send to maybe a certain area, let's say, or a certain exchange. The way that I do it is I take it from MetaMask, send it to like BUSD, or BNB, or something that's stable. And then I'll take that BNB or whatever it is and send it over to crypto.com, or any other place that offers that position. And I will, sell it from there, because the exchanges are a lot easier to sell from than the wallets are. Once you're in the wallet, you have to figure out a way to get it to cash. And the easiest way is probably most likely through exchanges. Um, so the way that you get out of the position itself before it does maybe pull back in a way, um, is by converting it. So convert it through Pancake Swap, and you can go Luna, or what is it, Luna T, and then convert it to whatever you want to convert it to. So BNB or BUSD or whatever. Same thing with Lunic. I do the same thing with Lunic there. Uh, but that's why I buy and forget about it. Um, I mean, to an extent, you don't want to miss out on opportunities. There are people that buy and forget about it, and they may forget their passphrase, or they may change phones and forget that they even had it, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, well, you know what? I had this," and they're trying to remember their passphrase and their password, and their all of that stuff, and they don't have any of it, and they lose all of it. So, I think to stay active and understand what you have there is great. Uh, but then you could also do the Bitcoin approach where people invested in Bitcoin or mine Bitcoin in the beginning, didn't even look into it, and then they realized, oh, you know what? I have Bitcoin on my computer. Like I mined some Bitcoin, so now I'm very wealthy. So that's the Bitcoin approach to where they mined it. It didn't have a crazy value to it, um, and maybe it did have a higher value to it, but it wasn't something that was um, that they needed to care about. Oh my God, y'all. We will all be crazy rich soon, and if everything goes as planned, we are lunatics. Yeah, it's very true. Don't y'all think that instead of a maximum of 10 billion coins, that we should go to a maximum of 1 billion coins? 100%. 100%. I've been saying that because if we go to a billion coins, right, then we can set back up the algorithm. We can repeg USTC, because the potential for this price to get to a dollar, $2, $3, $10, all of those levels is is very easy. It's going to be something that definitely happens. Now, $40 would be the level that we would expect it back to get back to, which would be a $40 billion market cap. So $40, $40 billion market cap at 1 billion coins. That looks amazing to me, right? We know that they were at a $40 billion market cap when they were up to $120 per coin, but that's because they had um, less supply out there. They had like 300 million, or yeah, 300 million or something like that supply. So it's exciting. It's very exciting to see what this is going to hold. Um, how much we're going to be able to gain here, and also the different selling points that people have. I want to see it. I'm not asking people to be diamond handed, right? I'm not asking people to hold on for dear life. That's not what this is all about. Understanding that these positions are based on transactions, the movement, the circulating supply burning off is based on transactions. We want to see transactions. If you feel like you have a gain, accept that gain. Go on about your day, right? People are buying into it. We're seeing a 1.2% burn. People are selling their positions at a 100% gain, and they're seeing the 1.2% burn. And everything gets factored in when you look at this volume being 100 million, 200 million, 1 billion. It's going to be amazing. Once it does happen, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. And people are going to be upset that they missed out. The funny thing is, a lot of the people that have come out and said, hey, I don't believe that Lunic will do anything. Lunic sucks, and, it's a scam, and everybody's got scammed and all this other stuff. Those people have Lunic, and they have a very small amount of Lunic, but they have it because they want to be a part of the game no matter what. And it's funny to me because I see it all the time. They're just like, this position sucks. Sure it does. Wait, I didn't want to press add there. I just put an ad that I didn't want to put. I'm going to go to subscribers only. If you guys want to become a subscriber, please do so. We got about 500 people here. New, how do we get that proposal to 1 billion supply? Well, we probably need a validator to propose it first, and once they propose it, then we can start to vote on it. So once the 1.2% burn gets implemented, that's when the proposal has to be placed, right? We have to be able to stop this at 1 billion, and it'll be a simple change, and you go through the reasoning as to why. I can write up the reasoning. I can write up the reasoning as to why it will be a benefit to the overall position. I don't know why 10 billion was chosen and not 1 billion. Were they looking to get this to a $1? That's all they were looking for, is just a $1 price, or were they looking to get this to 10 billion supply so that you can see this at $1 and then you can try and pay back the USTC? Is that their mindset? 10 billion in total circulating supply to pay off the 10 billion that's there. But if we see a 10 billion in market cap and we see a 1 billion supply that's a $10 price, which we can essentially pay that back as well. So they're looking for a $1 price at 10 billion circulating supply to pay back USTC, which means that you would mint another 10 billion coins, which would dilute it by half. So obviously, I would say that 1 billion would be better, because then what you would do is have a $10 price, maybe a $20 price. You would have so much potential for it to grow, and then you can pay back USTC if you wanted to when it's at a $20 price. That should be the idea. I don't know where this 10 billion really came from. We got more subscribers. We'll go to members. I think there's a couple of members here. So, guys, we do go to members only for the last like 30 minutes of the live stream. So if you guys want to become a member, it's 99 cents to become a member. I make it very cheap so that, everybody can be included. We do have a couple of messages that are getting deleted, so we still have some spam that's coming through. But I did go to subscribers only. So, but we will go to members only in a little bit. What happens when we burn down to the supply in people's wallets? When we burn down to the supply in people's wallets? What do you mean? What happens when we burn down to the supply in people's wallets? We'll never burn 100% of the supply that is out there. And right now, like, we're not going to sit here and burn the supply that's in somebody's wallets. Like, we're not going to sit here and be like, all right, well, this person sold 100 million, but we don't have enough to burn out of that 100 million. So we're going to go ahead and take something out of somebody else's wallet. That's not going to happen. And what will happen is, as you go through transactions, the transactions will burn a percentage of that. So if there's no transactions, nothing will be burned, but there will be transactions, because there are transactions every single day. And the more that this price increases, the more transactions and the higher amount, dollar value, that will get burned. It's just like what I said with Lunatics token. While people are always like, hey, we don't want anybody to sell Lunatics token. Well, if you sell Lunatics token, you're burning more than if you buy Lunatics token, because most people are buying, let's say, $100. They buy $100, turn that into $1,000. They burn more in that when they sell the portion, when they sell the $1,000, because they're burning, let's say, $100 goes towards burning, or goes towards the taxes. 20 of those dollars will go towards burning. And if you're over here at the $100, $10 goes towards the taxes, which means that $2 goes towards burning. So obviously, as you see the higher price, you burn more. Vault Inu getting listed on Gate.io, 1000x soon. That's amazing. Gate.io is not available for me. Thank you for becoming a member, John. I appreciate that. Again, we are going to members only soon, in about 25 minutes. When I tell my fiance the potential of earning millions of Lunic or Luffy token, she says, yeah, she doesn't get it. No, I totally understand. Erica will look at it and she's like, sometimes I'll say, oh, I gained $5,000 today. And she's like, is that realized or unrealized? And if I say it's unrealized, then she's like, well, then I don't care. Because if it's realized, then I do care. So she's starting to get it. She's starting to understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, whenever I say like, oh, I'm going to make millions of dollars from this, she's like, yeah, sure. I believe that you know what you're doing, but it's very tough for people to just make millions of dollars. And I'm like, yeah, I understand. I understand where you're coming from. As I said, I'm new, bro. Well, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Hopefully, I can answer your questions. I know questions are coming in pretty hot. This is why I like to go to members only because I get to all the questions. So hopefully, I see it. Sorry, man. I don't know. I am new to this. Is that a stupid question? Did I check out the question? Hey, Matt. How do you convert your assets into cash, like a bank transfer or something? No, that's not a stupid question. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Hathium? Hathium? Hopefully I'm saying your name right. I apologize if I butcher it because I'm horrible at reading names. I don't even know why I tried. But basically when you want to convert it to cash. So say if you have if it's in an exchange is the easiest way to convert it to cash, right? And that's where you just literally go through the withdrawal, where you can just withdraw it from your exchange. Now, if you have it in a wallet, let's say it's Luna T or Luna C, and you have $3,000 or $4,000 or $10,000 worth, and you want to withdraw everything, what you would do is you would go to a place to where you can convert it. So Lunic, you can convert that through Pancake Swap. So you convert it from Lunic to a stable coin or something that's tradable on an exchange. So let's say you convert it to USDC, right? And that USDC you send over to, I don't know, Coinbase, right? It would be USDT. Let's say, no, let's just convert it to BNB, right? You convert it to BNB, which is tradable over on crypto.com. You can take that BNB and withdraw it for that amount of money that you had there. So you have to go through a couple of steps in order to withdraw it. But as long as you stabilize it and take it out of the position into something that may be a little bit more stable at the time, that's how you start the withdrawal phase. So it's not a stupid question. It's a good question. It's very difficult to go through those things there because I don't believe your bank account is directly linked to MetaMask. I haven't found a way to do that. Thank you for becoming a member, Mike. I appreciate it. Philip, thank you for becoming a member as well. How do we get that proposal to 1 billion supply? So I think we can get it there. It's just going to take, a validator to obviously put that proposal in eventually. Will you try to pitch it to a validator? Yeah. So Lunatics token is going to be a validator. I'm pretty certain that they're going to be a validator, and I think it would be wise for them to push for the 1 billion, for it to burn to 1 billion, and then come up with a plan that they can become very, very relevant in all of this. Because if they're burning through the 1.2% burn, we know that's going to burn so much more. And Lunatics will only be just an added benefit to that. And also, you can have rewards in Lunic for people. But they have to find a way, they have to find their spot in this ecosystem, which I think they can really find if you brainstorm enough. What do you think of USTC? I like USTC. I was thinking of buying it and holding on to it or converting something because I would like to hold, let's say, 100,000 of USTC, which would be worth what, like $2,000, something like that. Maybe convert some of my CRO over to USTC. I do like CRO though, but I feel like USTC can give me so much more of an added benefit there. Bro, how can I get in the Lunic Discord? So Terra Rebels has a Discord. I don't have Discord in my description anymore because the person that was running it was, pretty insane, and I don't know what happened. I really don't. But the Terra Rebels has a Discord. You can go to Terra Rebels, and I believe they have their Discord here somewhere. So, like, if I go to Terra, why did I put Y? Terra Rebels. I believe they have their Discord somewhere over here. Maybe not. I thought I had their Discord. I mean, I could put their Discord link in the description or in the chat if you guys want to. Yeah, I'll put their Discord link in the chat. Let's bring this over here. Yeah, there's like 6,000 members there. So if you guys want to be a part of that, I can invite you. Link will expire in 7 days. No. Copy this link and I'll put it in the chat for you. There we go. It's in the chat. Magical Mayhem, thank you for the 99 cent super chat. I think you were trying to become a member. You just have to, it's a join button that's next to the subscribe button. And if you don't see that, there's a link in the description that should take you to the place that you need to go to. When will USTC be repegged? When repegged will jump, wait. When repegged will it jump to $1 immediately, same day? Or is it only going to reach $1 and that's it? Or can it be more? So for USTC, it should be only $1. Right now, it's a stable coin that has no backing by real assets or even by an algorithm right now. So will it jump directly to $1? I don't think so. I mean, I know they have something in their mind where they're looking to just pay back USDC. If you don't do it all in one shot, it's going to be something that's very, very difficult. I mean, I think it could be done in like maybe 4 instances, but the problem is that when you see that they're going to maybe release more funds to USTC, people are going to gauge it as a day trade and they're going to buy and sell it and just collapse the position as much as they can. And that's horrible to do. But getting USTC back up to $1 may be something that might not take as much effort as people think. So get this, right? If we come out and say, look, Terra Luna Classic or the Terra community now has $10 billion to put towards USTC. The hype of people understanding that this is a guarantee that it's going to get to $1 would push this up to probably 25 or 50 cents. So the hype of people getting into the position would increase the position so much more. Then you release that out there and you don't need to put $10 billion into it. You only need to put maybe half of that. You only need to put $5 billion into it, have $10 billion left over to use as a form of security. That would be absolutely phenomenal. So if they did it the right way to where they're like, look, we now have $10 billion. This is when we are going to repeg USTC. Guaranteed, people will buy the hell out of USTC so much. People will look at it at 2 cents and go, well, if they're increasing this to $1 and this is at 2 cents and I have 200,000, that's $200,000 no matter what. No matter what. So then we're going to see it go from 2 cents to maybe 25 or 50 cents before this introduction of new money that flows into USTC. So they're not going to need to put 10 billion in there, but they will have billions of dollars left over to support if there was a collapse. So I think it could be, there's so many different scenarios. That's why I'm like, if you put people in charge that actually know not only marketing, because it's not market manipulation, right? It's for that you would have to go through businesses to understand what they're doing and all that other stuff. Technically, if you look at it, you're like, I know everybody knows what's going to happen with Terra Luna Classic, so everybody can make their own moves in there and know that on this date they're going to be releasing the funds into Terra Luna or Terra USD to increase it to $1. So what's up with your title? What do you mean? What's going on with my title? What? What's up with my title? What's the significance of 826? When do you expect to see a big price surge? So significance, obviously seeing the staking re-enabled, that's huge, very, very huge, for people that are looking to not only gain like APY, but also, um, just be more of a part of the community. Thank you for, was it subscribe or was it a member? Thank you for becoming a member, Yard Pimps. I appreciate it. Remember, we will go to members only in about 13 minutes. So if you guys want to become a member and want to get your questions answered, hopefully I have the answer. Feel free to become a member, and you know, it's only 99 cents. I make it very cheap. um, but yeah, it's pretty big to see staking re-enabled, and that's just one portion of it. That's just one portion of where people can get an APY. Um, People can be more of a part of this community, feel like you're more of a part of this community in a large way. Thank you, Abraham, for becoming a member. Uh, Stargazer, I second that question. Uh, can't you just sell it for fiat directly and then withdraw the fiat to the bank? So, if you're talking about MetaMask, I don't believe you can do that. Um, that's not something I've seen. I've never had the ability to do that. I've always sold it a different way. And if you do have a way of doing that, please let me know. Um, I know there's difficult ways to. I mean, you're going from cash when you're buying it through, let's say, I can't remember what the source is. It's like some sort of source where you're buying it from your bank into this third party platform to go into your MetaMask wallet. Um, but if you're going through exchanges, yes, you can do that where you can change it to the fiat. So the dollar value, if you're in, let's say, crypto.com, you can change it to a dollar and take that dollar and withdraw it very easily. If you're in Coinbase, you can do the same thing. But when it comes to wallets, it's a different story. Is it wrong to cash out on Luna C and hold it in my CoinSpot wallet? Or is it better to transfer it to USDC? For selling it, it's better to cash out on Luna C. Um, is it wrong to cash out on Luna C and hold it in my CoinSpot wallet? Or is it better to transfer it to USDC? I don't know what you're getting at here. Basically saying like, is it wrong to cash out? You can cash out whenever you want. I don't know uh, if I'm just reading that question wrong or what. I missed it. Is Bitgert worth investing in? Um, I I wouldn't. I'm not making the move into Bitgert. It does look like it has a little bit of potential, but there's just for me, it's not really about the fact that it doesn't have potential in any type of red flags. It looks great. Looks like a good position. I haven't seen anything that really, popped out at me and said that this is, whatever, a scam or it doesn't look good or it doesn't look like it has potential because it does. The issue that I have with it is the overall supply, and I'm done with all of those positions that have over, you know, 1 trillion coins, right? I have a couple of those, and I'm sitting on those. And then if I do see a larger opportunity where something hits me out of nowhere and has a large following, I mean a really large following, like pushing 1 million people holding it, then yes, I could possibly get into something like that. And it has to have popularity, like hundreds of millions, maybe even billions of dollars in volume a day. Then I'll make that move. But it's more about just dealing with more positions that have 0.000000001 versus the ones that have, $1 or $2 or $3 or 25 cents or whatever, right? I want to see actual actual numbers that make sense, you know? So I'm very tired of a lot of those positions. So that's why I'm not getting in Bitcoin, not because it doesn't have potential, because I think it does. Um, there's no join beside the subscribe button for me. Is it because I may be using a business email to join? No. Do you have an Apple device? That's probably why. You're probably going to need to do it on a desktop. Are you on a desktop or phone? Uh, Matt, you can see one penny Luna before the end of the year. I can see that, yes. As long as we see these things that we're looking to be implemented actually implemented, yes, I can see it. Only got a bit over 10 million Lunic. Hope it's enough. I think it's enough for life changing money, definitely. What do you think about XRP flipping the switch on their bridge currency coming after the market crash? I haven't seen anything on that. It sounds interesting, but I haven't seen anything on it. How do you become a member? There should be a join button by the subscribe button. And if you are on an Apple device, I don't believe that you will see the join button. So you have to go through either the link or the desktop. Like so, whatever browser you have. Makes sense. I don't have a desktop. I was wondering the same thing. Um, Apple over Samsung still though. All right, whatever. I still have Samsung. It's crazy that it's like people are like Apple over Android. Like it's not only just Samsung, but a lot of people think of Samsung as like Apple or as sorry, not as Apple. Think of Samsung as like Android because Samsung really does most of the business there. But then you see things like the Pixel. Pixel does really well. I've been looking into it because I'm a Google person. What do I think about XRP overall? So I like XRP as more of a short term play, something that I can gain, like more of like a swing trade position. I've made money from XRP. I've never invested long term in XRP. And every time that I have invested into it, it's been like quick gains and it's been pretty successful. Now I know people do see long term potential in it and a large use case, but I haven't been looking at that at all. At 15 million Lunic and 22,000 USTC. Is that a good play? Would you swap all the USTC to Lunic? No, I think you're doing a good job. I'm not sure if they will repeg, so that's something that you are risking there. 22,000 Lunic cost you what, like $220? Is that right? I think that's right. 22,000. That's not bad at all. I might consider buying some Lunic, or sorry, some USTC. I might have to consider buying some USTC sometime soon. Might have to go in here and swap something. Get like a couple tens of thousands. Kronos needs to make some moves. It does need to make some moves. 100%. I still consider all phones other than iPhones Android, and always make the joke. I'm so sorry you're poor when I see their Android, even though uh, um, it can do a million things more than an iPhone can. To be honest, yeah. I have the Samsung. I think this is the Note. This is the Note, and then I have the Flip also. So I'm a Samsung person, and I have a Samsung TV that I'm reading all of these chats off of. So, which I don't know why I did this. I probably will keep this TV and put it to the side, and I want to do a better setup here. I saw somebody set up that made me feel like feel like I was very, very poor. Um, because they had a custom computer on the wall. Not I've seen people do it in their desk. I've never seen people put their computer on the wall and then it connects through the wall to uh, their screens that are also on the wall, and they have two. They had two vertical screens, two horizontal screens, and then they had a big like gaming screen like at the bottom. And I was like, I want that so much, but I don't. I never feel right whenever I get to a point where I'm like, I'll spend the money on this. Then I don't because it's. I feel like it's not necessary. Assuming everything goes well. Wait, assuming everything goes well and as planned, who's to say there won't be another depeg? The stablecoin algorithm needs to be upgraded with more fail safes to avoid the depeg, not just solved yet. Yeah, and that's why I propose something different, right? They're looking to basically pay back this $10 billion to repeg USDC, or sorry, USTC. Um, if they have the 10 billion, let's say they put 10 billion in reserve somewhere to where they're going to pay back this $10 billion, and they say on a certain date, we're going to pay back this $10 billion on this date. That drives up the volume and turns this from 2 cents to 26 cents. Now you don't have to pay back the full 10 billion. You only have to pay back, 3/4 of that, right? To get it back to the level of $1, right? So then if you do that, you now have 2.6 billion in maybe 2.6 billion, something like that, or 4 billion or whatever in reserves as a form of protection, right? And then you can continue to build up that protection or that treasury that you can, if USTC is ever attacked or Terra Luna is ever attacked, you can now use that to either burn off the coins in Terra Luna Classic, or you can use that to back USTC. So it creates a win-win scenario in the end, right? Because now they have billions of dollars left to not mess around with, but to just use as security. I feel like that's a win-win scenario if they can do that, right? If they come out and say, hey, we're going to pay back USTC and get it back to $1 on June the 1st. Well, now June the 1st comes around and people are like, there's a rumor and there's probably the news, right? People may end up buying and selling at certain points, but they know that it's guaranteed to get to $1. So they're buying in at 25 cents. They're buying in at 50 cents, knowing that there's going to be a 100% price increase. And then while you do that, you also re-enable maybe some sort of benefit with Terra USD. As you see that gain, you're also getting a benefit in maybe an APY, a reasonable APY. So I don't know. I feel like that could be a good scenario, something that could work. But then again, like you truly are manipulating the market at that point, but for the better, right? What's the bottom of Lunic today? I want to fill some. Today, the last 24 hours, the low is that's Terra US Terra USD. We're gonna go to members only in just a little bit. The low for today is 0.00008897. So right now we're closer, I guess, closer to the high, very close to the middle, but closer to the high than we are to the low. I'm gonna sell 50% at $1, $2 for sure, and then let the other half run. I totally hear you. Samsung refrigerator, not so good. I had two, both messed up, but phones and TVs are okay. My Samsung refrigerator is perfectly fine. I haven't had any problems with it. I have the one with the screen on the front, and we haven't had any issues with it. Not so far. I mean, I may be jinxing myself. All right, guys. Do I still hold Doge Lawn? No, I don't. Let me go to members only. Hopefully, you guys can become a member and we can get some questions in and I can answer questions a little bit better. If you want to ask questions, feel free to go over to Twitch, which I do go back and forth in between. So feel free to go over to Twitch. There's 11 people watching over there. And yeah, you guys watching on Twitch. Yep, watch on Twitch. So let me go to members only really quick. Remember, guys, in the it's pinned to the chat, my golf channel. If you guys want to subscribe to it, I love playing the game. So if you guys want to follow me over there and just see another side of me, see me on the course, I will be doing a live stream on the course at some point, probably in the next you know couple of months. Once I get a little bit better, I feel like my swing is just not there. So once I get a little bit better, I'm going to be doing live streams on the course and talking to you guys about different stuff as well as just playing golf, right? So yeah, let me go. It's 9 o'clock, so let me go to members only really quick. I'm sorry for anybody that is not a member. Thank you, Dan, for becoming a member. Members only. Boom. Also, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at PerryAK, you can follow me there. Um, let's see what people have to say. Let's go back to the overall crypto market. The current market cap is at a $1.02 trillion market cap. By the way, Matt, I asked a question before about USTC. What'd you ask? What do you think will cause it to crash to 0.008? What do you what do I what do I think will cause it to crash to 0.008? Cause what to crash to 0.008? I'm looking to buy it cheap, but wondering what the triggers will be. For USTC, I don't know if USTC will crash to that low. What's the low over the last maybe 7 days for USTC? Let's see. Um, I think it goes the last month. The last month is the low point is 2 cents. So I don't think USTC will crash to 0.008. I think right now we're kind of at a level to where it's kind of stabilized above 2 cents. The high point we've seen in the last month was about 4 cents. So I don't know if there will be a trigger to push it lower. We see a lot of volume that goes into it. So for me, I'm most likely going to buy at this point. I really don't want to buy anything else, but I'm probably going to convert maybe something else that I have into this because it's much cheaper of a price. Like right now, I have 300 CRO that I gained in an APY. And what I could do is take that CRO and convert it to Terra USD. Or take some of the other CRO that I have and convert it to Terra USD. It'll be maybe $100 or $200 and get 10,000 to 20,000 or maybe even 100,000 Terra USD. As I don't really know if this is going to increase back to $1, but I would imagine they're looking to repeg it. Matt and Wait, Matt and all here, much love. Let's make some money today. I appreciate everyone here, but gotta go auction off a house. Well, hopefully that goes well. Is it your house, or are you just auctioning off for like a company you work for? So if most people see potential in Lunic, whales might dump their USTC for Lunic. Well, it's kind of a combination, right? Whales look at this as a package deal, a package opportunity, to where if USTC runs, Terra Luna Classic is going to run. If Terra Luna Classic runs, then USTC is also going to run. So it's more of a package deal. It's not really like, oh, I'm selling one for the other. Most people probably hold both, which can make it cheap to buy in preparation for the repeg event. Yeah, I think it's more of a package deal. Good day, Richard. Where on earth can I buy USTC? Um, so FTX, KuCoin. You can also buy it on PancakeSwap. I'm not sure if they offer it on crypto.com because that's where I wanted to get it if it is there. Um, doesn't look like it. So PancakeSwap would probably be the best bet for me because that seems like the only opportunity, which sucks because then that means I have to um I could probably convert. I'm trying to think if I can convert my because I would have to bridge either way over to a different network. I don't want to bridge to a different network. I just want to buy it. $200 would get me, um, yeah, $200 would get me about 20,000 or something, or it would get me 10,000. I think it would get me 10,000. Yeah, $200 would get me like 10,000. Hey Matt, being an ambassador, would you consider doing an AMA with Lunatics token to ask questions about repegging them and being a validator, reward future of Lunatics token in general? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I think that would be good to be able to have that. Um, so we can get all the questions out. I know with everything that's going on, I really do talk about them a lot, and I also don't have a ton of time to just create those things. But I wanted to um, see all the potential in other places that are talking about it, not just me. So, when people hear one person talking about something, it's usually like it's like, oh, he's talking about this again. But when you hear the entire like crypto community talking about it, it's a different story, right? So um, that's why I would rather have the AMAs or interviews on everybody else's, whether it's DJ Trev's channel or, maybe Happy Caddy Crypto has them on or something like that, because you have the entire community talking about it. It's not that I don't want to do it. I would love to do it, which I most likely should and will. Um, but I think when it comes to everything together, you want to have so many people that are a part of this and talking about it so that the hype goes across multiple communities and not just one community. Jumping on the road. Everybody take care. Well, thank you for being here. I don't know if you're listening in, but thank you for being here either way. I appreciate it. Let's say I know someone that has 500 million SHIB, hypothetically speaking. Would it be a decent idea to get rid of that 100, get rid of 100 million SHIB and get 100 million Lunic? If you want, hypothetically new, somebody that I got you. Hypothetically speaking, yeah, sure. It wouldn't be a bad idea, right? Because SHIB, I think, is for the long term. You're going to make money out of what you have in Lunic. Um, but I don't know if you buy, like, Lunic is more expensive than SHIB. So I believe, yes, Lunic is more expensive than SHIB. So you're not going to get 100 million SHIB. You're most likely going to get 10 million SHIB out of 100 million Lunic. Or, sorry, 10 million Lunic out of 100 million SHIB. Because you're looking at basically a 10x price increase at this point. Um, so I don't think it's a horrible idea, but if you took 500 million Lunic, you would get 50 million, or so, sorry, 500 million SHIB, you get 50 million Lunic. I'm not saying that you sell your SHIB. I'm not saying that you have to. I don't think that's something that people that I should decide for you. You decide for yourself. Let me see. Just copy. I want to get the BNB address. So let's copy that. And let's go to, where do we go to again? Trade, swap, and come over here. Go to this, copy the address. Yes, it comes up as UST. So it still labels it as that. Sorry, I missed some stuff. Jeez. Uh, Thanks, Richard. Watch the live recap on Lafayette AMA on Saturday. Could the ETH merge affect the price of Lunic? It should bring more investors into the market. but I think it will only cause a minor price change. Yes, it should only be a minor price change because um, you don't have majority of the coins over in the Ethereum network, but it should um, drive a little bit more volume to Lunic as well. Because people that are under the Ethereum network, if you want to buy Lunic or Terra USD or whatever, right? Um, you can now do it for cheaper at that point. Well, technically that's not the case right away, um, but it should drive more over there because 500 million SHIB is a ton. It is a lot. I have 400 million. So you turning another 100 million into 10 million Lunic is not a horrible idea. If you feel as though 100 million is, you feel as though 400 million is enough, or 300 million or whatever is enough, then feel free to go on about your day doing it that way. Um, I, I hear Hayden upstairs. Hopefully they're there when I'm done live streaming. Uh, can we get a legend status account up in here to tell us how to avoid tax? That would be a great video. Uh, yeah, I mean, avoiding tax or finding, not avoiding it, but finding a way to, um, uh, I don't know how to say this without sounding weird. Getting around tax or getting tax breaks, finding ways to get tax breaks. That's a better way of saying it. Is USTC listed? Oh, I read that. Shiba Inu does whatever it takes not to burn the supply. Why would they not want the circulating supply to be low? Maybe it's to fuel their utility so more people can own and exchange their coins. No, it doesn't improve. Um, it increases the amount of people that can own it, right? Because you have so many out there and it's so cheap, so anybody can own something. Um, but it's to an extent. Once you realize what that can be, right? Now you have to set levels to where you're decreasing that supply, still keeping the same amount of holders where people are maybe selling portions of it or whatever. You establish a large user base to begin with, then you decrease the supply so that demand goes higher. Like people want more because they know that it's more scarce. That's the same thing that's going on with a Bitcoin. People want to be able to mine what's left because they know it's very scarce in what's left. So it's definitely something that I think about and I'm like, why don't they want to do it? And the main reason that they don't want to do it is because if they decrease the supply, take any of the hype away, they have no more businesses that they can build together to support this position, right? If Shiba Inu still has support, right? If we still are pushing for burns, then they will still have a community to sell something to. That's what they're doing. Right? Everything that they have here, they're not including burns because they want to sell us something, right? If you have something out there that's working, like they probably go by that mantra: if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? They feel as though if you have 1 million people that are supporting it and they all want burns and they're pushing to get burns, the longer you hold out, the more businesses and the more money you can make from those businesses. That's the simple truth. And I truly believe that they're trying to gain as much as they can out of us, and then eventually, when a lot of the hype dies down, they will introduce something of a burn, and it won't be as big of an impact as if it was if they implemented it in the beginning. And it's sad. It's sad to say that they wanted to drain all of the people of this community of their money by doing something like that. It's and they don't want to admit it. They'll never admit it. They'll never say, "Oh, we wanted to do this." What's your reason to not burning? They have no reason. They come and say, "Oh, well, we just didn't support burns. Like burns are not part of our agenda." Why? Everybody in the community wants burns besides you guys, but you're the ones that are not implementing it. You're deciding that you're going to like hint to, oh, this may burn, this may burn, this may burn, but none of it ever does. So it makes me think that Shibarium's also not going to have that burn because they're going to keep playing us until we figure this out. And I figured this out from the moment they said go on Bone and Shiba Swap and all of that stuff. Leash. I from the moment that came about, no, it's not a thing. I don't think they're going to be burning anything. I don't think they're going to be supporting Shiba Inu. They had a chance with Shiba Swap to support Shiba Inu in a big way. Rewards support the burning, or you have rewards in burning, right? Nobody's ever receiving those rewards. I'm not receiving anything, so it's ridiculous. It's completely ridiculous. Um, that's why I hate those ecosystem devs. They're it seems like they may be horrible people that are just money hungry. Do you have a video gaming channel? Have you played Empire Earth or Middle Earth, Lord of the Rings? I haven't. I do have a gaming channel, but I haven't played it. I've been trying to play God of War for a while, and I haven't gotten around to the rest of the game. I think I'm at the end, and I haven't gotten around to the rest of it. Baby Doge burns more than Shiba Inu, and they are not even listed on Binance. Um, with 420 quadrillion supply, at least they're trying to do burns. Shiba Inu developers only care about their own pockets. It seems that way. What's the gaming channel called? It's if you go to my main channel. So let's see. If we go to my main channel here, you go over to channels, you'll see TPEG. So it's TP Gaming, the Perry Experience Gaming. So search TPEG. There's 240 subscribers. I haven't uploaded in a little bit. Um, I was hoping you could see that because I feel like I'm cut off right here. But yeah, I have 4 channels that are associated with me. So the golf channel, Let It Burn channel, the reaction channel, and the TPEG channel. So feel free to go and check those out. Um, do you think there's a possibility for Lunic to reach 10x by the 26th? The 26th of August? No. For it to 10x, I don't. I think it's possible. I just think it's a small, very low possibility. F them, bone leash, flea collar, deuce. Yeah. Yes. Why are some people concerned about the volume reduction after burns kick and price goes up? If it moons thanks to the burns, everyone will be buying and taking profit, making the volume skyrocket as well. Yes, you're right. People only think there's a lot of people in this world that think volume equals buying. That's not true. Volume equals any transaction that takes place. So even though you see the volume increasing, right, going up, you see more of a buy that's going into it. You also will see the volume increase going down, right? People will sell larger amounts going down, larger dollar amounts going down, which means more and more gets burned. So for people saying that the volume will go down or whatever, the only way the volume will obviously go down is if the supply decreases and you're going to see less volume that's sold, right, or less volume that burns, because as the price of the coin increases and the volume or the overall supply decreases, well, that gives it's more difficult to burn the same amount of coins. Like say when the current price is 0.0001. If it goes to if we burn 1 billion at 0.0001 for that same price at 0.0002, we're now going to burn half of that. So it's more difficult to burn on the way up. Why is my throat like burning? Anytime I talk, it's like my throat's on fire right now because of all the talking that I've been doing. If Shiba Inu does not burn anything with Shibarium, I'm done with them. I got Shib burn rewards one time and that's it. I got my rewards, then cast them for Shib and burn that and receive nothing. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. The last burn that I didn't even do through the burn portal because I don't even want to support what they're doing here. I feel like they're gaining something out of that as well. Even though people are still burning through the burn portal, nobody's receiving their damn rewards. So it's stupid. I don't mean to talk down Shiba Inu like it's horrible, because it's not. Shiba Inu itself is not to blame. It's the ecosystem devs that are taking advantage of all the people that are holding the position, that support the position, that love this position so much. You know, I fell in love with this position. I fell in love with the community. And then all of a sudden, you have a split. You have people that believe in what the ecosystem devs are doing, as all of those as being large opportunities. And then you also have people over here that only believe in SHIB, right? That's what this community is about. It's about Shiba Inu getting support. What's the native token? Shiba Inu. They're classifying the native token as now Bone, right? Bone to be used as a form of payment, the governance token that nobody can freaking vote anything on, right? So if you're making all these decisions to where it's like, hey, we're going to be introducing these, how about you let people vote on it? See if people give a fuck. People don't care about what they're saying and what they're doing at all. Like I can tell you, there's a large amount of people that just want to see burns, that just want to see the supply decrease. So then you give the overall position an opportunity to survive, right? And to thrive. It pisses me off every time I think about it, because I'm like, why am I supporting this position? And it goes back to me thinking it's like, it's not about the position that's doing that. The position is a position, and it's decentralized. Nobody can touch it. And people love that position. But this ecosystem dev team want everybody from this position, the 1.2 million holders, to migrate over to whatever they have to offer. And it's stupid. So I'm not supporting that unless it supports Shiba Inu. So you don't see me support anything there unless it finds a way to support SHIB. And nothing has, so I don't support anything they've offered. The only thing that they said that will support SHIB, or they actually have said a lot of things will, but they said the metaverse will. But now offering a stable coin, it makes me think that that's not a thing, right? If you're going to use a stable coin, it's going to be as a form of payment, a form of cash in your native community, right? The metaverse that you have, you're going to be using Shi rather than using Shiba Inu. But then you're also going to be using Bone as a form of a gas fee, and Shiba Inu has no part in it. So why the hell are we supporting this ecosystem dev team if they keep telling us lies? Could we convert Shiba followers to Lunic? Once Lunic's price increases, many of them will FOMO into it. I believe so. I'm holding SHIB more than a year. I care only about burns. I hear you. 100% hear you. We know that we can't get anywhere without seeing those burns. We can develop all the things we can develop outside of it, but we don't have a team that's building things for this community. And kudos to them. They jumped on an opportunity. They turned whatever they had into 3 million holders or whatever, and was able to use the people like Satoshi, that's behind the scenes was behind the scenes of Shiba Inu, as the lead developer of Shiba Inu, and now doing all of these other things here. Kudos to them for doing all that and bringing everybody together and building something that nobody else could. But I don't understand how and why we are still supporting this to this day if they are not giving us information telling us, hey, these are going to burn. This is going to burn Shiba Inu. It seems like they're literally waiting till the very last minute to implement some sort of burn. They realize, and are probably watching my channel and watching a lot of other channels out there, and realize that Shiba Inu is the final straw. If Shiba Inu does not, or sorry, not Shiba Inu, Shibarium is the final straw. If Shibarium does not have a burn method included in it, there's going to be a lot of people that are just like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm moving over to another position. I'm taking my thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, and moving the hell on, right? And it's not about moving on to a position that they're in, right? So the like Bone, Leash, and She and Treat and all these other freaking stupid things that they're creating. Um, it's not about going into there and saying you're done with Shib. It's about leaving the community entirely. And they got what they wanted out of it by gaining whatever money they wanted to gain. And then everybody that was a part of it that didn't gain anything, that expected to gain something from Treat, because that's how they're paying all of their people that are included in it, all of their breeds and stuff. They're paying them through Treat. Um, Now they're going to be upset, and Shitoshi's going to be like, tough toenails, right? Um, and he's just going to walk away with probably millions of dollars. Is Shibarium Beta supposed to be out in third quarter? That's what I heard. That's what different articles have said, but I haven't heard anything from the actual team. I bet there are billions of Lunic that have been lost by losing seed phrases. What do you think? Probably. There usually is. I don't know if billions would be, um, because this is relatively new. So I don't think there's billions of things that are lost based on lost seed phrases, because it's relatively new to see billions. But I would definitely think thousands are lost at this point, um, from lost seed phrases. But does that even matter at this point? I mean, it's thousands. Stupid ecosystem. Yeah. What's your price prediction for Lunic at the end of 2022? I'm hoping to see this burn off, trillions of the supply, and hopefully get this down to 1 trillion. But I expect to see this around, a like 10 or 20% of a penny. So 0.002 or 0.001. But it depends how much we burn, right? If we burn 10, um, if we burn all the way down to 1 trillion, right? That makes 1 cent definitely an easy reality. Um, and it definitely makes a tenth of a penny a reality, because that's a $1 billion market cap at a 1 trillion supply. So um, a tenth of a penny. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Um, Anyways, guys, it's 9:30. Thank you guys for showing up, for being here. We had a 2-hour stream. We'll try and do longer streams. I want to do probably a max of like 3 to 3.5 hours. But I do appreciate everybody that's here. We will be uploading a golf video today. So if you want to go and subscribe to my golf channel, go and subscribe to it. We'll most likely be uploading a reactions video and a Let It Burn video. And then we'll have a bunch of other videos on here. But guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much. Thank you, John, for that $10 super chat. I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody, for the super chats. Richard, Dan, John, you know, thank you for all of the super chats that we had here. Thank you to all the members. We had 8 new members today. I appreciate that. 505 likes, 385 people that are here. Again, if you guys want to go and subscribe to this, please go and subscribe to it. I just want to grow this golf channel so much, and I talk about it constantly. I just love playing the game, and I think I'll grow on you. I think I will. How about AMC? How about that AMC? I don't know what it's doing. AMC, oh, it's up 2.5%. It's looking pretty good. I like to see it. That's what I like to see. Ape is up 18%. How about that Ape? Look at this movement. Look at this movement. Oh, starting to see it pull back a little bit. Anyways, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.